I haven't done this before, but here's a walkthrough on my boat that I run. I'll show you the setup that I have with it. I'll go over some features and a little bit more technical features on the locators and the graphs and how I have them set up and linked together, because I seem to get quite a few questions on that. But it is a 2020 Skeeter WX 2060 that I got from the boat center in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. I absolutely love this boat. I love it. It's a beast. And the first thing you've noticed here is the live scope pole. It is a Brew City CT360 pole mount on the track system there. That is how I run my live scope. It works great. Nice and dirty boat right now. Starting in the front of the boat, I have a 60-inch 36-volt Minn Kota Ultrex on the bow of the boat. I have a Garmin GT54 transducer attached to the bottom of that. I do not use the built-in transducer that came with the Minn Kota. Also on the bow, I have a Garmin 93 UHD fish finder. I don't use it very often, but it is there when I need it. Stepping back, nice big front deck. Got two compartments on the left and the right, plus a live well and the big rod locker. Just general storage stuff in here. Right now it's full of clothes, warm weather clothes and some other random junk, the boat bumpers, some ropes. Other side, some more random storage. This is a battery jump starter in case I ever have issues with the starting battery. I keep the NoCo boost in there. I have not had to use it yet, but if I ever need it, it's there. I also had the fire extinguisher mounted in there, a toolbox with random tools that I need, and the most important part is the LiveScope GLS10 box is mounted there against that wall on the inside of that compartment. Screwed into the wall there. The wires run back towards the dash there. And then here's a live well up front. I have planer boards in there. Not quite sure why. I don't even have planer board rods in the boat, but I don't use that for anything, so they just sit in there. Again, a nice big front deck. There is carpeting or padding as well on this portion up here, which is nice if you're standing up there. It's got a little extra cushion. And then the big rod locker. Right now I just have a couple rods in there for spring. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in there right now. I fit close to 20 in there before. They are all sleeved and they go in those two tubes. There's two mega tubes in there. The rod sleeves keep everything nice and tidy and they don't get tangled up. But I fit a lot of rods in there. And then I've got two measuring boards in the side there as well. The front step, which is also a cooler, some tool holders on either side, and the cooler on the inside, which is very handy. It's very nice to have a cooler slash step right in the middle there to get up to that front deck. Passenger side console, nice big glove box, radio, glove box full of random junk, but it goes, this whole area here that you see is a glove box. You can fit all kinds of junk in there. Driver's side, I got the main throttle, kicker throttle down below, some cup holders, trim tab switches, steering wheel, and I have my two main graphs, the Garmin EchoMap 122 UHD and the Garmin 106 UHD on that side. Coming along the side is their track system again, with all the rod holders that are there just for show. I don't really use them anymore, but I got the live scope pole there as well again. Back of the boat, big deck back here, large cockpit, lots of space to move around. That's where I stand most of the time. You get a little storage compartment on this side, full of random junk again. More tool holders. Same on the other side, more tool holders. And then another big storage compartment that you can fit rods in that go all the way up the side of the boat there. I don't have anything in there right now. There's a couple ropes, I think, but I do not have any trolling rods in the boat. They are all up on the wall there. Net stays up under here, and then up underneath there, there's storage as well. I got life jackets pushed up there. Seat cushion up under there. In the back, you got two storage compartments on either side and the live well. Right now, I just have my spring lures in here. So I think there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 11 boxes in there right now, plus my terminal tackle. You can fit 3 more in there. So it's 14 3700s fit in that side. On the other side, right now it's just plastics, line, and some bobbers. But come summertime, I'll put probably another 10 Plano boxes in here. So I'm all ready to go for everything in the summer. But that is everything on the inside of the boat. Decent casting deck in the back. Charging cord comes out of the hole there to charge all 4 of my batteries that are in the floor. Another overview of the boat. And then the last part to go over is the batteries in the floor here. I got 4 batteries in the floor with a Minn Kota Precision 440 charger hooked up to all of them. So I got 3 deep cycles for the trolling motor, and then I have the one dual purpose for starting and all my graphs. So everything runs off of that dual purpose starting battery. It's a Group 31 AGM Duracell. I have not had any issues with it. The way that I run the boat, I run the motor enough that I've never had a dead battery. I know a lot of people run separate batteries for their graphs or their live scope, but because I run the motor so much, I have never run into an issue. And I also have these nice rubber mats on the floor that help keep you a little bit more comfortable, keep the floor a little dry. The water kind of goes in between the holes in the floor. Just a nice little thing to have. All right, so here's my graph setup. Like I said, I have a 12-inch and a 10-inch at the dash. They fit really nicely here. There's still plenty of room to see over them and still be under the windshield. I like the nice tall windshield on this boat. So the way I have these set up, I got the 106 with the mapping chip built into it, and I got the 122 which does not have mapping built into it. But I have everything linked together with Ethernet cords. So each unit that I have here, I have the 12, the 10, and the 9. Each one of them has their own transducer plugged into them. And then because they are all linked together with the Ethernet cords, they can all share those transducers. So right now I have the GT56 side scan transducer connected to the 12. I have that skimmer transducer connected to the 10. And I also have the live scope connected to the 12. But because, like I said, they're linked together with an Ethernet cord, they share all that information. So if you go into settings here, and then communications and preferred sources, you can show where everything is coming from. So as you can see here, the traditional sonar that I read on this graph comes from the 10-inch unit actually. And the clear view and the side view come from the transducer that's built into this one. And same thing over here. So the traditional sonar on this one is coming from what's built into this unit, and then the clear view and the side view actually come from the 12-inch unit. So then if you come back to the settings and you go to my vessel, you can go to transducer models, and it'll tell you what's plugged in on the network. So you can see the 93 up front has the GT54, that 10-inch 106 has the dual beam skimmer, and then the built-in transducer on this 12-inch unit is the GT56 UHD. And then communications again, the marine network. This will show you everything that's on my network here. So you can see the EchoMap Ultra 122, the 106, the 93, and the GLS 10 box are all linked together with the networks. So I did not need to get any network boxes or expanders or Ethernet hubs or anything like that, because each of these two units have two Ethernet ports on them. So the 12-inch on the back there, you will look kind of hard to see, but one Ethernet port has the GLS10 box in it, and then the other Ethernet port goes straight to the 10-inch unit here. That's what that round cord is there. It goes from the 12 right to the 10. And then the other Ethernet port on the 10 goes down and connects into the 9-inch unit on the front, since the 9 only has one port on it. So the whole system kind of goes from the 9 to the 10, and then from the 10 to the 12, and from the 12 down into the GLS10 box. So that's how everything's linked together without the need for an expansion port or anything like that. And it works out really well. It's very easy to link all these together, and they just work well together. All right, on the back of the boat with the transducers, I've got two of them there. This is the skimmer transducer. That's what runs my 2D sonar, just the down, traditional 2D sonar. And then the side scan transducer, the GT56, is mounted right at the water line, basically, of the boat. So that one does not work while I'm up on plane. So I had to put this one down here that stays in the water all the time on this line here. I get a really good reading with that one when I'm up on plane going over 30 miles an hour.
First walleye of the year.